I know I'm one of the older competitors, maybe the oldest competitor in this competition. I know I'm an underdog. I hear the scuttlebutt. It's Drew, it's Leon. That's all the names I hear. And I love it.
Drew and Todd have both reached the top in record time. You can do it! It's a dead heat. Either one could win it.
All I can think about were my 3 kids and our family mantra. We're the Durkins, we always do our best, and we never give up.
Well, Todd, congratulations. You have completed the tower. You are now officially back into the competition.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why it's called the Opportunity Tower. There's opportunity in your life. You must choose opportunity. I am so exhilarated. The feeling of pure euphoria. It was a feeling I have not felt in a long time, and I love it.
Todd Durkin, San Diego's own.
No.
Owns it. No?
No. He is for sure. I taped it though, so yeah. So
Well, you know what? I didn't tape it.
Spoiler alert.
I didn't tape it. Here's what happened. Here we go again. I'm moving. You're tired of hearing about it. I get it. I'm tired of living
everything's
it.
unplugged?
No. I got new cable. I went over to the dark side. I went to Time Warner Cable.
You did? I thought you were never going back
You know
there.
what happened? I had a $1,200 bill from Time Warner Cable that I didn't, and I finally found a local representative who, in the final analysis, I went from being minus $1,200 to plus $7. And this guy worked so hard to unravel all of the problems that I promised him that when I moved, I would go to Time Warner Cable. And I called them and I said, could you come install? And they did. And they did a great job. But I haven't been able to figure out how to use a DVR yet.
They're working hard to get people back.
So I
Time Warner.
went this morning onto the Strong website on NBC, and I watched the whole Durkin episode this morning online. Didn't even have to
We're
DVR
calling it the Durkin episode
Right.
now.
That's right.
That's it.
I think the new reality show is going to be called The Durkins.
It's the Durkin episode.
Hey,
Call it Dirk.
Rob,
The Durkin.
Hey, we're the Durkins. We always do our best, and we
That's right.
never give up. Here's Todd
Yeah,
Durkin
baby.
from NBC Strong back on Scott and BR on the Mighty 1090.
Yes,
Dude.
great to be here, guys. Thanks for having me again.
Dude, you were amazing last
Superstar.
night in the Opportunity Tower.
Well, you know what? In talking to you guys yesterday, I couldn't wait for you guys to see the show. And I tell you, San Diego is blown up today. The amount of emails, texts, social media posts. First off, I appreciate all the support in SoCal and San Diego. The producers hit me up earlier, said San Diego ratings were rocking. So I'm pumped about that. But, man, that Opportunity Tower, it was a mindset, Scott, BR. It was truly a mindset. And I really got ticked off in that yard when these guys were all like, dude, is it Leon? Is it Drew, Leon, and all these beasts? You know, they're showing how big and strong these cats are. And they are big and strong. But, man, I was watching these guys go through. I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And it was a magical night. It truly was a magical night.
I told you this guy, Leon, he may look the part, but he's not an athlete. Now, in other words, look,
He's a big rascal, though.
he may be a good boxer.
He is.
And he might be a good football player. I don't know what position he would have played. But I'm just telling you, sometimes you could be a great football player and be a terrible athlete.
No.
And I know that sounds counterintuitive. What I'm saying is that an all-around athlete is someone who can do lots and lots and lots of different stuff. Yeah. And Todd, that Leon guy, he looks like an Adonis. He looks like a bodybuilder, but not a great all-around athlete. That's all.
Well, he is a great athlete. He's a boxer. He just hasn't worked a lot on climbing skills, and the coil ladder got him. I mean, you know, if you're light, you called it yesterday, Scott. You said, you know what, he's 250 pounds, and his arms are the size of my legs. But you know, it sometimes is a detriment when you're that heavy to be hanging from these coil ladders that's long. By the way, that was filmed at about midnight. It's 40 degrees outside. It's cold. There's elements, and you got to suck it up, and you got to deal with those things. So again, that's where I think the mental aspect and the experience played in my favor.
I totally could see, as your viewer and as someone who's known you for 10, 15 years, that you had a mindset of, I'm making it through.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'm going to win it necessarily, but there is no way I'm not making it all the way through. It almost as if your game plan was, let's just make it through and see what happens. But I could see as a viewer, there was no way you were giving up. I love that.
Not a chance. There's not a chance. I didn't know if I would win, but I was all I was thinking is, dude, my athletes are going to be watching this, and if I embarrass myself, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I got to represent. And you heard it on the show and it's in the preview there. That is a mantra I've had with our kids every night before we go to bed. We say our name, and we're the Zirkins. We always do our best, and we never give up. And it was like the one time in my life that I was like, if there's ever a chance I get to live it, it's now. And this tower is either going to expose you or it's going to give you the opportunity to get back in the game and move on. And it was just there was a lot of moving forces that night, and it was really, really special to share that moment with a lot of people yesterday.
Todd Durkin from NBC's hit series Strong, and I didn't realize, I'm glad to hear it, though, that the ratings in San Diego are really, really good for the show. You've got a big following. We're doing a lot with the show here on the radio, so good. Every little bit helps. Were you able to tell, Todd, in the heat of the moment, how close it was between you and the other guy?
Well, I knew I was going to be, after Leon went, I knew I was going to beat Leon because he fell a couple times on that, on the coil ladder. Drew smoked his time. But here's what happened. I guess this is experience again watching him, because I was watching like a hawk. The Magic TV is, they show a split screen, but there's only one tower, right? So we're not running it simultaneously. So you really don't know that I'm a second ahead or behind when you're doing it. So, and just for the viewers out there. But what I did know is this. I was like, how am I going to beat this guy? I got to watch him like a hawk because I went right after him. And I knew I was going to beat Kai. If I didn't beat Kai, I wasn't coming back to San Diego. I'm moving back to Jersey because that wasn't going to happen. So it was Drew, and I said, okay, I watched Drew. Drew hesitated 2 times in that tower. Right before he went on the coil ladder, he adjusted his gloves for about 3 seconds. And another time after the coil ladder, he bent down to, I guess, catch a breath or two. And I said to myself, there is no possible way, as tired as I'm going to be, that I'm going to stop in that tower. Don't stop. Don't stop. And that was my mantra, is don't stop. Just keep going. And my lungs felt like they were going to explode. And that's why I laid down at the top when I finished, because I literally didn't stop for that 2 minutes and 29 seconds. And I ended up beating Drew by just a few seconds in the tower.
Well, yeah, that's good editing.
And when you fell flat on your back, I was going, oh, you got to get up. You got to get up. And now I'm finding out that you were just resting. That's
I was resting. Right. I was literally done. And, another big turning point of that last night was, right before I went, and I guess I had this look of, oh, my gosh, how am I going to do this? One of the other trainers, actually, the Orange team, Chris, who actually got eliminated last night, he turned to me and said something I'll never, ever forget. He turned to me, looked at me. He must have seen this look of fear or something in my face, and he said, don't forget who you are. You're Todd freaking Durkin. I was like, that's right, I am. All right, let's go.
Yeah, my response would have been, how do you know?
and it's one of those times, like, sometimes you need people to tell you who you are, because, like, I'm looking at this 4-story tower at the beat in 2 minutes and 35 seconds, and he just said something like, don't forget who you are. And that just gave you that little extra edge of, like, that's right, let's do this thing, let's go. And it's those little things, those little positive things that people say. And heck, in this situation, it was another trainer that actually said something to me. And that's something that I was telling some folks here at Fitness Quest 10 is, like, you never know who you're going to see out on the streets or out in San Diego at the grocery store. Like, give them a positive voice. Give them some encouragement, because you never know what that's going to mean to someone's life.
Boy, you're so right on with that. Todd Durkin from NBC's hit series Strong. He returns to the cast last night after winning in what he calls the Opportunity Tower. I feel like such a dummy, because as a viewer, I honestly thought for some reason you guys were going head-to-head. It's such a brilliant job of editing by Dave and his crew, Dave Broom. As a viewer, you're like, wow, this is awesome. They're going toe-to-toe. And you don't realize that the way it's shot it's just each man go. That was great TV.
It really was. Hey, how about my partner? What do you think of my new partner, Brittany? Oh!
Yeah, that's going to be good. You guys are going to be a formidable crew.
Hey, this girl is tough. She is a tough girl. She's a middle school teacher back from Lawrence, Kansas. Day one, I'm doing the dynamic warm-up. I get out of the tower. We work out the next day. We do the dynamic warm-up, and she just had that look. That athlete look. She had that look of whatever I say, let's go. And I knew now I had a competitor that was going to light it up. And, I mean, she fell. I don't know if you saw the competition, after the tower, we get back in the game. She falls on her back, gets pinned by this cradle, and she just gets up and keeps going, and we avoided the Elimination Tower for the second time in a couple days, that would have been detrimental. And she's one tough cookie, man. She is one tough girl.
Yeah. I was talking to Dave Broom, the executive producer, about the possibility of next year letting us come up and do the tower. And not just us, but other people around, not just San Diego, but people from all over the country. Let people come try it out so that this way they're into it. They've had a chance to compete in it. And then when they go back and they watch it, they're hyping it up all year long. I mean, it's not like The Biggest Loser where you can say, hey, come and hang out with Jillian, whatever her name is, and walk on a treadmill for the next 6 months. We could come for a day and do the Elimination Tower, and then once we've done it, we're all going to bring the message back to our respective markets. I think the show's really good. I'm telling you, I'm really, really into it. How many more episodes are there, Todd?
Well, we're going into week 7. It's a 10-week show. So each and every week, our team's going home. We're down to 5 teams now in a week 7 Thursday night. And speaking of which, Scott, I was with the NFL guys this morning, and they were all busting me saying, hey, can we get up there because, we want to go against this too. So, I challenged them. So I got to call Dave up and say, hey, we've got the media. We'll bring the NFL guys in, and we'll have a big old competition, NFL versus the media or something like that.
Why? What NFL guys today want a piece of this opportunity tower? Who?
All of it.
Who? Breeze want a piece?
Of course he does. That's what he said. He's like, of course, Sproles. We have Brandon Cooks in the house today. Drew's guy. There was Antoine Cason. Remember Case from the Chargers here? We had a nice group in here, and they all want in the tower. They're all like talking smack. I'm like, guys, you can't beat my time. I don't care. Like, it's like kind of like the father's always stronger than the son. I'm like, you guys might be NFL athletes, but you ain't take me down to my home. That's my home. I live in that Elimination Tower. It's the Opportunity Tower now. So they were all laughing. Of course, I'm just talking smack like you guys would. So it was great.
I'd love to take on Breeze in that.
Me too.
Yeah, no, only because look, he's in great shape, and Breeze is the kind of athlete that he would concern me on there because he could probably do that ladder thing because he's probably about 200 pounds, Drew, but he's lean and he's strong. But I think if we can get up there at about the same time, the tug of war with the word strong, I think you got a little weight on the guy. I don't know.
It'd be good. It'd be a good matchup. It'd be a good matchup.
Yeah,
so.
Drew's not used to going through the trenches, like when he's got to go through those. What do they call it? Where you got to like push the thing up with your back, and then you got to flip around and then get back those little incline thingies.
Yeah, the wishbone, the sled. Yep.
No, not that.
And then you got the ladder barrel. You get the ladder barrel. You're going backwards.
You said wishbone thingy.
You're talking about the mouse. We call it the mouse trap, the shuffle.
Yeah,
mouse trap.
Yeah. Billy Ray, you want a piece of this or what?
Sure, I'm in.
Well, let's talk to Broom and the crew. Let's get them up there. Let's see what we could do.
Let's sweep the broom is what we should do. Don't ask. I don't ask.
I love it.
Todd Durkin is back on NBC Strong. Todd, we'll talk to you next week. Can't wait.
Can't wait, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks, San Diego.
Have a great weekend.